And it's time to go racing from North Wilkesboro. Up front will be David Garman and AJ Godsey, Harley Barletta and Jeff Hinkle on the second row. Mark Dantuma, Chris Parker on the third row. Richie West, Kevin Reed on the fourth row. Jason Rome and Eric Stoy rounding out the top 10. Mark Nelson and Bill Percy 11th and 12th. 13th is Topher Baltimore, Jared Heasley in 14th. William Mann Jr. in 15th. Brandon Springer in 16th. 17th is Greg McDaniel. John Schmidt in 18th. Gerald Thanospool, 19th. Cheryl Newman is 20th. Nicole, that's what she said, Creasel in 21st. DJ Kenner, 22nd. And Joseph Smith in 23rd. They'll get 2 pace laps around here to get themselves lined up, sorted out, and ready to go. And it is nice to see a lot of these custom paints here tonight, like what Richie West has, like what Eric Stoy and AJ Godsey have. Like what Topher Baltimore has back there. A lot of great paint schemes out here supporting the military. Great night for military appreciation, and that comes from everybody at BRR. If you are serving, have served, we thank you all very, very much. And I think if you look at the back bumper closely on AJ Godsey's car, let's see who's right behind him. I think you'll see a sentiment shared by most of these drivers out here. There it is on the back of AJ's custom paint scheme. Freedom isn't free. We thank you all so much. Pace car about to drop off. Things are about to get a bit exciting out here. A lot of guys out there warming up tires early. Those cold tires, low downforce. It's going to get exciting. AJ gets really close to Garmy. As they come out of turn 4, pace car is in. Green flag is in the air. They are down and away from North Wilkesboro. Off into turn 1. Expect a lot of drivers to be sliding around just a bit. Look at Jared Heasley already trying to make a move up the middle. Got some drivers really trying to make something happen. AJ Godsey already to the lead on Garmin. The outside. Oh, we've got a crash out of turn 3. Caution. Looks like Mark Dantuma might have been caught. Mark gets wicked loose right there in front of, Richie West. He clips his rear, and a lot of cars go around. Jason Rome actually manages to miss the whole thing, just drops down to pit road, but a lot of guys get caught up in that lap 1 incident. And several drivers right up by the wall, just nowhere to go. And I thought Jared Heasley had made it through, but apparently not. No, he catches right into the back bumper. A lot of drivers having to use a repairer here early. Cheryl Newman was one of the drivers up on the high side. Looks like Nicole Creasel. Last night, Nicole managed to get the car woed up before getting caught in a big mess in pretty much the exact same spot. So excitement already on track. In the first lap, we knew cold tires would be an issue. None of these drivers that are going to go to pit road now will take tires, but a lot of guys are going to hit pit road for repairs. Topher's on pit road for repairs. Brandon Springer, Mark Dantuma, Jared Heasley. Looking to see if Richie West did not come down pit road. He is going to drive the modified. Nope, here we go. We've got cars coming to pit road. Jason Rome on pit road. Minimal damage to that car, but Richie West's car really torn up. And pit road here and the track being so short, these guys have to be quickly onto pit road, quickly off pit road. As they come around, I do believe we'll get one to green here. Looks like everybody has successfully made it off of pit road as we get one to green, so nobody losing a lap here in this first one. DJ Kenner and Joseph Smith did not grid. They will not be in the race, so that knocks us down to 21 cars on this 5/8 mile track. All right, out of turn 4, pace car drops down to pit road. Green flag is in the air there, down and away. AJ gets an awesome jump on the field. AJ early lead again. Looking back through the field, making sure everybody gets up off turn 2. All good so far. Back down in 3 and 4, AJ Garmin and Harley have the top 3. They are battling like crazy for 4th as Jeff Hinkle, Chris Parker, and Kevin Reed go at it. Couple laps into this, tires. Oh! It looks like Eric Stoy might have got the back bumper on Kevin Reed. They both managed to save it. Some really close racing there as multiple grooves into the corner, but things getting very exciting. Eric Stoy making his way up. He's up 4 spots already. Biggest mover so far, Greg McDaniel in the 30 car. He is up 7 spots. Now, I stand corrected. Thanos is the biggest mover so far in the 3 car. He is up 8 spots. He started in 19th and is up to 11th. AJ Godsey out front. Garmin not letting him out of his sight. Harley Barletta staying right there with him. The battle back behind has been settled as Jeff Hinkle takes 4th for the moment. Chris Parker is 5th. Eric Stoy now up to 6th. Kevin Reed into 7th. William Mann Jr. up to 8th place now. He is up 7 spots after starting in 15th. Bill Percy, another good run going here. He is in 9th, and Greg McDaniel in 10th. And it looks like 8th through about 12th are all nose to tail here, still battling it out. Meanwhile, AJ Godsey is just taking it easy, kind of coasting it right now, not needing to push it. Garmin starting to move his lineup just a little bit. A lot of guys talking about adjusting the brake bias, making dramatic changes to the brake bias to start the race, leaving themselves enough adjustability, but they're going to continue to move that brake bias back on long runs as Harley sticks the nose in for 2nd. Trying to loosen the back end of that car up on corner entry, especially into turn 3 to try and get a run. Harley still trying to get to the inside. He'll get him into turn 3, but can he hold him off? Garmin has the advantage on the high side off the corner. It might take Harley a couple of laps to make this pass stick. And Harley backing it off for the moment. Parker back behind in 4th. Stoy in 5th. Starting to close on up. Hinkle back there, the king of tire saving, in 6th. Greg McDaniel continues his march forward. He is now up into 8th place. Meanwhile, back behind, William Mann Jr. slipping back just a little bit, and here comes Bill Percy. Bill currently running in 10th. He is looking to the inside for 9th. Jared Heasley right behind these two, trying to find some way around both of them. AJ starting to finally open up a lead, 0.6 of a second over Garmin. Barletta in 3rd, still trying to get to the inside. And you're not going to believe this, but we're going to take a lap with Next time by, we'll hop in the car and AJ Godsey's in-car camera and show you he is flying so fast that he can probably see the lap cars ahead. Out of turn 4, working the throttle really hard, and there you see lap traffic already going to be an issue 21 laps into this race. Some damaged cars up there. That is the car of John Schmidt and Nicole Kriesel up ahead. Harley Barletta has got a run on Garmin. It looks like he's going to clear out of turn 2. Now Harley Barletta to second, but AJ Godsey 1 1/4 seconds ahead. Will he be able to run him down here? Harley Barletta coming through lap traffic. John Schmidt moving up to the high side, letting the leaders by. AJ Godsey already starting to run through some of the lap cars here. Barletta in second. Garmin now to third. Eric Stoy in fourth. Fifth is Chris Parker. Jeff Hinkle in sixth. Kevin Reed 7th, Greg McDaniel 8th, William Mann Jr. in 9th, Jared Heasley in 10th. Back behind him, the battle is really starting to heat up. Richie West, who got caught in that first incident, is starting to make his way back forward. Oh, a close call as Bill Percy gets a little loose off turn 4 trying to fight Richie. And Gerald Thanos Poole right behind him. Can Richie clear him through 3 and 4? Richie down on the bottom, clears Bill Percy. Bill looked like he was going to try and cut back over. Can he get anything done? Not yet. And Gerald Poole taking the opportunity. He looks to the inside. Meanwhile, back up front, AJ Godsey's lead still maintained at about 1 second. Harley Barletta not closing up as much as he would want. Garmin in third, staying about a second behind Harley. Eric Stoy about another second back from Garmin. As the laps continue to tick off, these guys are definitely pushing a little bit harder, but some of these guys are really starting to burn their tires up. They're going to have to be careful in the long run. Speaking of pushing hard, caution! Speaking of pushing hard, Greg McDaniel has really made up a ton of ground. Topher Baltimore involved. Oh, it looks like Topher might have gotten loose off of turn 4 and just couldn't get the car saved. Let's back it up just a little bit. I think he got loose and got a little bit of the wall, just could not get it saved. Got on the brakes, but the 61 gets caught in that as well, as all the leaders are on pit road. That was Brandon Springer in the 61, probably missing the peanut butter paint scheme right now. That extra grip that peanut butter gives him. Garmin, AJ Godsey, and Harley Barletta, the top three, currently on pit road. Hinkle, Kevin Reed, and Mark Dantuma stay out. AJ Godsey wins the race off pit road. Harley comes off second. Garmin comes off third. But Jeff Hinkle is staying out. Let's see if he ducks in this time. Yes, he does. Jeff Hinkle, Kevin Reed, John Schmidt, Greg McDaniel all come to pit road all in the second lap. Interesting strategy out of some of these guys staying out here, waiting till the second lap where pit road. Maybe not as clogged, a little bit easier to find where you're supposed to be. Mark Nelson has picked up a bunch of spots as he has not actually been to pit road according to scoring, but I saw him coming off pit road. I wonder if now he's coming to pit road. I think he drove down pit road but missed his pit stall. So when they go green, it'll be AJ Godsey, Harley Barletta, David Garman, Eric Stoy, Chris Parker are your top 5. William Mann Jr., Richie West, Jared Heasley, Gerald Thanos Poole, and Bill Percy rounding out the top 10. Topher Baltimore still on pit road, getting a tow. He'll get repaired and hopefully get back out there. It took Harley Barletta a while to get around David Garman, but once he did, he was trying to run down AJ Godsey. Now, 4 fresh tires for both drivers. Looks like AJ's going to choose to restart on the high side. Can Harley do anything with him here? Pace car is in. Green flag in the air. AJ gets a huge jump. Harley Barletta's got nothing for him. And here comes Eric Stoy on the high side looking for third. Can he get up there to get second? He does. Sends it into turn 3 really hard there. Going for second place. Can't quite get there. Garman still fights back on the bottom for third. Garman down to the inside, and right behind him, Chris Parker trying to stick the nose in on Eric. I think Eric might have gotten the wall just a little bit, out of turn 2. AJ, is loving seeing this in his mirror. All this battling going on behind him just helps him. There's a car off. Brandon Springer has gone off track. It looks like he was pulling off pit road after repairs. Saw the field coming, and it looks like caution is out. Looks like Jason Rome and Kevin Reed involved. Oh, Jason just suddenly shot up the track mid-corner, gets loose, and collects Kevin Reed in it. And then Nicole Creasel gets caught. It looks like a little bit of chaos back there as well. Chris Parker and Jared Heasley got caught in something. Let's see if that was as the leaders came around on the front stretch, there were still cars stacked up. Those guys just had to stop. Let's see if we can get a word with the driver of the 81. Hey, Harley, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, man, how's it going?
Hey, pretty good. Hey, I have to ask, man, do you have anything for AJ up there?
I don't know. We gotta get another long green run like that one before, because that was pretty nice. I felt like he was pulling away, but I don't know. I was kind of saving a little bit, so we'll see.
You guys just came in for tires at lap 31. I know it's going to be close on fuel with these pace laps. Some of you guys may not even need to pit for fuel again, but what's your tire strategy here? Following AJ, or are you going to try anything different?
I'll follow him for a little while. If he starts pulling away, we'll start shredding the tires up to try and catch back up, but right now we're just going to sit and see what happens.
All right, man. Well, it looks like a little bit of chaos out there. Hopefully you can stay out of trouble tonight.
Yeah, hopefully every time we've come back around to catch the pace car, we've had to slow down for cars on the track, so hopefully we don't get involved in something like that.
That has been the case. Well, good luck tonight, buddy. Hopefully we'll be talking to you in Victory Lane.
Thanks, man.
Harley Barletta is the points leader. Talking to him last week, he said the one thing that has kept that points lead growing is the fact that he just doesn't give up. Every time he gets caught in an incident, finds a way back out on track, finds a way to pick up some more positions and pick up a few extra points here and there. And that 53-point lead currently is definitely showing he does not give up easily. Eric Stoy did move into second last week, bumping Jason Rome back down to third. Eric Stoy currently running in fourth place. Jason Rome back in 16th. But Jason definitely had something figured out in practice here today, in the trucks here last night as well. Let's see if he can make something happen. AJ Godsey, Harley Barletta on the front row, David Garman, Eric Stoy on the second row. Pace car about to drop in. There goes the pace car. They fire. Green flag is back in the air. AJ gets another epic start, and this time Eric Stoy gets a massive run down into turn one. Can Eric take second place from Harley? Garman back in third. He's got Chris Parker all over the back bumper. Barletta pulls ahead, pulls back up into second. Eric Stoy now to third. Garman in fourth. Chris Parker already looking to the inside on Garman. Can't get there yet. William Mann Jr. in sixth place. One of his best runs of the season. Jared Heasley currently seventh. Richie West eighth. And then a big gap back to Bill Percy in ninth. Gerald Thanospool in 10th. And Greg McDaniel in 11th. Kevin Reed in 12th. No front end. Short track racing, he does not need that front end downforce. Trying to save his repair for late in the race just in case. AJ Godsey continuing to lead, but it looks like Harley Barletta, it might be closing in just a little bit, as is Eric Stoy. Eric is closed right up to the back bumper on Harley Barletta. Garman back in fourth, starting to lose ground, but he is starting to look for some more speed in some different lines. Parker back in 12th. There's a battle going on. This is for sixth place as Jared Heasley gets to the inside of William Mann Jr. and he's going to bring Richie West with him. Richie can't get to the inside yet. Down into turn one. Can he send it in deep? No, he can't. Bill Percy back in ninth. Greg McDaniel in 10th. Harley Barletta has closed he's keeping the gap to about 0.4 of a second right now. Picks up a few hundredths of a second every lap on AJ. Eric Stoy back there in third. Seems to just be riding for the moment. A lot of these guys saying they know this could go green for a long time. They have got to save a little bit of tires here early. A third of the way through the race, it has been AJ Godsey the whole race leading tonight. Garman in fourth, Chris Parker in fifth, Jared Heasley sixth, William Mann Jr. seventh, Richie West eighth, Bill Percy ninth, and Greg McDaniel in 10th. Oh, Bill had a little problem off turn two. Greg down to the inside. And Greg is going to clear him easily out of turn four. A little wiggle out of Greg McDaniel there, but he has got the position. William Mann Jr. now trying to hold Richie West off. Richie trying to get back to the inside here. AJ Godsey continuing to click laps off. He has actually extended that lead just a little bit. Just over half a second. Harley Barletta in second, Eric in third. Looking back through the field, Jared Heasley has managed to advance to sixth. William Mann Jr. still managing to hold Richie West off. And Greg McDaniel so far has been one of the fastest cars on track, continuously picking up positions all race long. A little further back, Gerald Poole up on the high side trying to take 11th from Jeff Hinkle. Mark Dantuma right behind them. Hinkle down on the bottom. Gerald Poole up top. Gerald is almost clear. Gets a little loose off turn 4. These guys have to be careful. Early in a run, cold tires will get loose easy. Late in a run, the tires will start to try and break loose again. Gerald clears Hinkle, and now he looks to the inside on Bill Percy. Nothing there yet, but here comes Mark Dantuma on the high side. He's going to clear Jeff Hinkle. Mark caught up in one of the earlier incidents and is back to 12th now, trying to advance his way back forward. Hinkle's fighting back on the inside. And it is 2x2 mid-pack, as I think I just saw a little wiggle out of Jeff Hinkle. Not something you see very often. Jeff Hinkle extremely good at saving tires and keeping that car going the right way, but I do believe we just saw that car have a little problem off turn 2. No problems this time though. He clears Mark and starts looking for Bill Percy. Gerald Poole, meanwhile, clears Bill and is up to 10th. Eric Stoy has taken second place. Let's see how Eric took second place from Harley Barletta, battling down through 1 and 2. Oh, Harley gets a little bit of the wall off turn 2, loses a bit of momentum into turn 3, and Eric just drives it on by. Eric Story now navigating through the lap traffic. I believe that's John Schmidt back there. Meanwhile, AJ Godsey's lead now 1.5 seconds. Eric Stoy in second, trying to close that gap. Not making up a lot of ground now, but he is starting to pull away from Harley Barletta in third. Chris Parker now up to fourth. David Garman back to fifth. Jared Heasley now up to 6th after starting in 14th. William Mann Jr. in 8th after starting 15th. Greg McDaniel in 9th after starting 17th. And the biggest mover so far has been Gerald Thanos Poole, who started in 19th and is now up into 10th. Eric Stoy still not gaining any ground. Let's see where the best battle on track is. As Jared Heasley is starting to close in on David Garman. And look at this. Greg McDaniel now fighting. Look at this battle. This is 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th as Greg McDaniel and William Mann Jr. go out. Jeff Hinkle right behind him, Gerald Poole right behind, and Mark Dantuma all right there. William Mann Jr. coming out on top for the moment. Greg McDaniel, though, keeps working that inside line. Greg McDaniel losing a little bit there. Can't seem to get enough momentum. He gets a good run down in, and now Jeff Hinkle's to the outside. Can't quite get in position, though. Can't hold Greg McDaniel down yet. Now he sends it into turn one. Pins Greg McDaniel on the bottom. And off of turn two, Hinkle goes to ninth. Here comes Mark Dantuma, who sent it deep into turn three. Not enough momentum off of four. Maybe he does have. No, it is very close. Mark sends it down into 1 and 2. Manages to keep the nose to the to the outside on Greg McDaniel. And look at Jeff Hinkle. Now to the inside on William Mann Jr. A little problem out of Greg there. Greg McDaniel and Mark Dantuma really going at it. Oh, Greg McDaniel uses John Schmidt as a pick. And Mark Dantuma is going to try and send it up the middle 3 wide. Can't do anything with it. Meanwhile, Jeff Hinkle has cut through all this traffic and is now up to 8th. And he is actually pulling away already 1 second over William Mann Jr., 2.5 seconds behind Richie West. And meanwhile, Jared Heasley is going for 5th on Garmin. And off of turn 2, Jared Heasley into the top 5. First time Heasley has been up battling for top 5 in a couple weeks. Great to see that car back up there. AJ Godsey, meanwhile, in the lead by almost 2 seconds as we just passed the halfway point. And AJ coming into some heavy lap traffic at 14th and 15th. That is Bill Percy and Jason Rome. They're battling it out. AJ's going to have to find a way through these two. No, Joseph, I haven't been. Off turn 4, AJ gets to the inside of Bill Percy. Now looking for a way around Jason Rome. Jason had a great run early last night, but in the trucks, but it fell apart late in the night. Looking to make a comeback here, but not having a lot of luck here tonight as they get really close down the front straightaway. Eric Stoy in second, 2 1/10 seconds behind. Harley Barletta, 0.6 of a second behind Eric. Chris Parker, 3.5 seconds back from that battle. And Jared Heasley, now up into 5th place, is trying to run down Chris Parker, who is 2.3 seconds ahead of him. Caution is out. Eric Stoy and Bill Percy. Oh, Eric gets a massive run off. Just barely taps Bill, but Bill goes for a ride. Oh, what a hit for Bill Percy. All right, folks, if you get car sick, close your eyes for a minute. We're going to do this from inside Bill Percy's car. Just that little bit of a tap, he hits the tire and goes flying around. That engine was completely blown up, and he had to get a tow to pit road. The leaders are on pit road. AJ Godsey, Harley Barlett, all the lead lap cars. Mark Dantuma stays out. Where in the world is William Mann Jr.? He is suddenly losing positions. We'll see if Mark Dantuma goes to pit road. If he stays out, a lot of cars hitting. Yep, Mark Dantuma is going to hit pit road. AJ Godsey will reassume the lead. Harley Barletta in second. Jason Rome looks like is going to assume third. Chris Parker fourth, and Heasley up to fifth. Hey Jared, it's Doug. You got me?
What's going on, Doug?
Hey, you're having one of your better runs recently.
Yeah, we're finally getting some good luck after a lap one wreck. I've been staying out of people's way and then just picking people off when we go.
Well, you've come by some really fast cars tonight. Can you get up there and do anything with AJ and Harley?
I don't know that I have that much speed, but I'm thinking a top 5 is easily possible. You know, just doing what I can.
Well, whatever you can is definitely working, man. Good luck. That's a heck of a run so far tonight. Already up 10 spots. You and Gerald, the two biggest movers so far tonight.
All right, thanks, Doug.
And Jared Heasley started in 14th, up to 4th. Gerald Poole started in 19th and is up to 9th. Both drivers moving up 10 spots each. Greg McDaniel, though, another driver coming through this field consistently all night. He started back in 18th and he started in 17th and is now up to 8th. Lights are out on the pace car as they stack back up. Now this is where AJ Godsey has been getting a lot of luck, and whoever's behind him, if they're paying attention, can get a really, really good run here. Pace car is back on pit road. And AJ's down and away, green flag in the air. Jared Heasley did not get the same jump that some of the other guys like Eric Stoy have. And look at Chris Parker now up to third, looking to the inside on Harley for second. Back behind, look at Greg McDaniel, who is now up to 7th place and looking for Eric Stoy. Mark Dantuma, another one who was in that first lap caution, has continued to march his way forward. He is up to 8th, but AJ Godsey has been untouchable all night long. In fact, AJ Godsey just ran the fastest lap of the race tonight. Harley Barletta maintaining second, while Chris Parker battling for third. Oh, Chris gets a little bit of the wall. Jared Heasley in fourth has Richie West to the inside. Richie now into the top 5. A lot of guys getting right up and brushing that outside wall out of turn 2. Richie West trying to pull up into fourth. Eric Stoy looked to the inside. He was going to make it 3 wide. And look who's right behind him trying to make his way through. Greg McDaniel. Heasley up on the high side, managing to hold Greg off though. Meanwhile, Richie West clears Eric Stoy. He is up to 4th and trying to run down Chris Parker. AJ Godsey up front has been untouchable so far tonight. Half of a second lead over Harley Barletta. Just over 50 laps to go here. And it looks like Harley, who was earlier in the race when we talked to him, trying to save some tires and save the car a little bit, has stopped doing that. He is actually starting to close on AJ just a little bit. Meanwhile, Richie West is definitely starting to close on Chris Parker, but Eric Stoy is staying right in his tire tracks. But Greg McDaniel appears to be possibly the car to watch here tonight, continuing to march his way forward. He started in 17th. He is up to 7th. And as he continues his march forward, you have to wonder how many more positions can he get here. Richie West came into tonight 6th in points. He has just been quietly making his way up the points all season long. Good consistent runs, one win, and a lot of great consistent finishes to get himself into playoff position. If you're curious about the points, go check out BRRpoints.com. All the points information, a whole lot of... Oh, look at that! Chris Parker way loose off turn 4, manages to save it, but Eric Stoy and Richie West get by. Let's see if we can get another look at Chris Parker here. Off of turn 4, gets on the gas just a little too hard. Great save, doesn't lose the car, keeps it out of the wall. He is still in the fight. What an amazing save. As I was saying, check out BRRpoints.com. You can find a bunch of awesome information, stats for all the series are listed there, and huge shout out to Jason Rome for keeping that up to date and keeping track of all those awesome stats. Sorry, buddy. AJ Godsey continues to lead. Harley Barletta in 2nd. Eric Stoy in 3rd. Topher Baltimore is on pit road. Something has happened to Garmin. He is no longer on track. Not sure if he had technical difficulties or what, but Garmin has just completely disappeared. As has William Mann Jr. Oh, well, that'll definitely be a fun one. Look forward to seeing you back, buddy. AJ gets by John Schmidt. Harley Barletta continuing to lose ground. Eric Stoy in 3rd. 2 seconds back. Parker just 0.8 of a second behind him as he has gotten by Richie West. This top 5 has continued battling back and forth the whole race. Greg McDaniel now up to 6th, past Jared Heasley. Moving Heasley back to 7th. Hinkle in 8th. Mark Dantuma now in 9th. Gerald Thanospool now in 10th. Only 12 cars left on the lead lap of the 21 that started. AJ Godsey is just setting them up and mowing them down. Just under 40 to go for AJ Godsey. There is a very real possibility that none of these guys will need to pit for fuel. Everybody last stopped on lap 85, just past the halfway point. Eric Stoy currently running in 3rd. Chris Parker had that amazing save a few laps ago. dropped all the way back into 5th, but has managed to make his way back up to 4th and is trying to run down Eric Stoy. I guess Parker pulled the North Wilkesboro drift move. Richie West continuing to try and hold on to the top 5, but he's about to have a very difficult time as here comes Greg McDaniel in the 30 car, who has continued a steady march toward the front all night. Greg McDaniel comes into tonight in 9th in points, 6 points behind Jared Easley. He's going to close that gap up tonight. With Jeremy Root not being in the race tonight, he'll pick up at least 1 spot as well there. And New Hampshire last Sunday definitely had long-term implications for a lot of the drivers in the points in that battle to get into the playoffs. It'll be interesting to see how that affects everything long-term, but short-term, some drivers are going to benefit for sure, and a couple of drivers are definitely on the losing end of the stick. If you missed that race, definitely go check that out. It was one of the wildest races of the season. You can find it on the YouTube channel. How to Suck at iRacing on YouTube. Caution! John Schmidt has wrecked. Oh, John Schmidt side by side with Kevin Reed. Oh, they just barely touch in the middle of the corner. Kevin Reed gets a little bit of the wall, but John Schmidt goes around. And anybody that comes in, this is guaranteed to be their last pit stop. And it looks like they are all going to come in and get fresh tires. Gonna try and get a word with Greg McDaniel as soon as he gets into his pit box. Hey Greg, this is Doug. You got me?
Yeah, go ahead, Doug.
Hey man, you have picked up 12 spots so far tonight, continuing to march your way forward. Can you march your way forward another 5 or 6?
I sure hope so. Just trying to, I got 0 X's so far. That's pretty amazing here. And just going to try and keep it that way.
Well, if something you're doing is definitely working, you have been the biggest mover of the night. You're coming. It looks like you're going to come out in 5th spot, so only about 4 spots to go, and you have one of the fastest cars out there as well.
Yep, I like this place. So we'll see what we can do here. I think there's going to be a lot of action here in the last couple laps.
You know, it is worth noting you have the 3rd fastest lap of the night, by the way.
Well, that's good because I've been stuck in traffic all night, so that's pretty good.
It goes AJ, then Harley, then you. So great run so far tonight. Hopefully you can keep making your way forward, buddy.
All right, Doug. Hopefully I'll be talking to you soon here.
All right, man. Good luck. All right, Greg McDaniel. Jason Rome did not come to pit road. He is currently scored as the leader, and it doesn't look like he is going to come to pit road, so everybody behind him has 32 lap fresher tires. Surely he's going to come to pit road this time by, because a track position is huge here, but when your tires are that much older than everybody else, you just have to wonder, can he do anything with them? And you have to wonder, hey, good job. And yeah, Jason decided to go hit the pace car. Jason Rome does not come to pit road. He is going to stay out. See if he can make something happen on old tires. Jason, be careful on the restart. Don't spin the tires. Everybody's stacking back up. Jason's going to take the high side, I do believe, on the restart. And it looks like AJ might be giving him a little bit of a wide berth here. I'm not sure. Nope, AJ's going to pull it right alongside of him. Pace car is in. Jason controls the restart when he's ready. Green flag is in the air. No tire spin on the old tires. He sends it down into turn 1. AJ to the inside. Chris Parker right behind him, almost getting it 3 wide there. Jason's going to lose a ton of ground as he comes off turn 2. Here comes Harley Barletta. Greg McDaniel. Jeff Hinkle goes 3 wide. Hinkle in the middle, 3 wide. Greg McDaniel makes it through. Jason Rome losing a ton of ground. Down into 1 and 2. Greg McDaniel picks up another spot, holds Hinkle off. AJ Godsey in the lead has Chris Parker all over the back bumper and Harley Barletta right there as well. Oh, caution! And I think Jeff Hinkle got caught in this. Oh, Richie West just has such a much better run. Gets into the back bumper of Jeff Hinkle, and Hinkle goes into that tire on pit road. Wow, what a turn of events for a couple of drivers. Hinkle was up there battling. And Chris Parker has been all over the back bumper of these lead cars here. Let's see if we can get a word with him. Hey, Chris, this is Doug up in the booth. You got me?
Sure.
Hey, looks like you're having one heck of a run tonight. Are you going to be able to do anything with AJ here?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm just gonna try to make a move because he's just been leading the race the whole day, and you know, we gotta change that.
Well, you've had one heck of a run. You've been able to get under just about anybody you wanted to and get that run, especially off the corner. So hopefully you can get up under there and make something happen, but it's going to be tough.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But I just hope that I'll have a good race, and I hope I get a good finish.
All right, man. Well, good luck, and you definitely got a good run going tonight.
All right, thank you.
All right, Chris Parker will restart in second. Hinkle has gotten everything squared away. He will stay on the lead lap, gets waved around, now into 13th place. Harley Barletta currently in third. Greg McDaniel in fourth place. Biggest mover of the night. Right behind him, Jared Heasley in fifth. AJ Godsey has led, I believe, almost every lap. I believe he's led actually every green flag lap. The only laps he has not led tonight has been under caution. They stack back up for what could be the final restart. Lap 130 of 150. 20 to go. Expect chaos here as everybody goes for everything they can. Pace car is in. Green flag is back in the air. AJ, another huge jump on the field. Chris Parker in second. Greg McDaniel on the high side in third. Gets together with Harley Barletta. Manages to hold on to it. And Greg is he going to be able to clear him? No, he's not. Jason Rome is in the outside wall off 3 and 4. No caution. Harley Barletta continues his march forward. Greg McDaniel continues his. And back behind Jared Heasley, a bunch of excitement as Eric Stoy, Richie West, and Jason Rome are back there. Jason continuing to lose ground on the old tires. Now Gerald Poole to the inside. He is going to try and take 8th. Greg McDaniel starting to look down to the bottom. 17 laps to go. AJ Godsey starting to extend his lead. Harley Barletta in second, Chris Parker in third, Greg McDaniel fourth, Jared Heasley in fifth, but not for long as Eric Stoy down to the bottom. Eric sends it into 1 and 2, trying to pull up alongside. Jared gets the run off of 2. Right in front of him, it looks like Greg McDaniels finally gets the nose in on Parker. Parker gets the run off 2. Now Jared Heasley up to the high side. Chris Parker in third. Jared Heasley battling it out with Greg McDaniel for fourth. Eric Stoy and Richie West right behind him for fifth and sixth. Jared has the advantage on the high side, down into turn 1. He completes the pass. Heasley to fourth, McDaniel now to fifth. Eric Stoy trying to stick the nose in. Meanwhile, out front, AJ Godsey continues to lead the race, but Harley Barletta has closed the gap down. The lead now just under half a second. Parker back in third, now has Jared Heasley closing in on him. 11 to go. Does Harley Barletta have enough time to close the gap and to make the pass? Meanwhile, Parker has a bunch of very fast cars. Look at that move by Greg McDaniel. Almost gets the nose in a very unorthodox line through 3 and 4, but had one heck of a run off turn 4. Had to check up to avoid Jared Heasley, and now back in the clutches of Eric Stoy. Harley Barletta starting to lose ground on AJ Godsey again with 9 laps to go. AJ now 7/10 of a second. Parker back in third, now has Heasley closing in on him. Heasley starting to look down to the inside, almost into that pit wall in 4. Eric Stoy currently running in 5th. Greg McDaniel all over the back. Richie West gets way loose out of turn 2. Caution. Richie West trying to hold Mark Dantuma off. He clipped the grass and goes around right in front of Gerald Poole. Looks like some drivers mid-pack are going to come in. Mark Nelson, Gerald Poole, Jeff Hinkle, Kevin Reed, Jason Rome. Jason definitely needed to come in. Richie West obviously coming in for repairs. The top 7 stay out. AJ Godsey, Harley Barletta, Chris Parker, Jared Heasley, Eric Stoy, Greg McDaniel, and Mark Dantuma. Nicole Kriesel gets the wave around on this one. Harley Barletta will get one more shot at it. But now Jared Heasley up there in 4th, Greg McDaniel up there in 6th. Both restarting, all should be on the outside. Should be getting 1 to green next time by. And it's going to come down to a 2 to 3 lap shootout here. It'll come down to a 2-lap shootout. They will still have the additional green-white checkers available, but it will be essentially a natural green-white checker. They'll restart with 2 to go. AJ choosing to restart on the high side again. Harley Barletta on the bottom. Nobody has had anything here for AJ all night long. Can one of those top 3 or 4 do anything with him late in the run? Mark Nelson in 7th place is the first car on fresh tires. Can he do anything? Pace car's in, and AJ is down and away immediately as soon as he hits the restart zone. Harley to 2nd. Parker to 3rd, but Jared Heasley looking to the outside. Can't get the run yet. Here comes Eric Stoy and Greg McDaniel. AJ Godsey's going to come down and take the white flag. White flag is in the air. Final lap for AJ Godsey. Harley Barletta in 2nd. Parker is in 3rd. There's a wreck behind. John Schmidt has wrecked. We'll have to see if that plays out anywhere here. Out of turn 4, AJ Godsey is going to win with his grandfather's name on the car tonight. Harley Barletta comes home 2nd. Chris Parker in 3rd. Jared Heasley, in one of his best finishes in a while, finishes 4th. Eric Stoy 5th. Mark Nelson 6th. Greg McDaniel 7th. Mark Dantuma is 8th. Gerald Thanos Poole is 9th. Jeff Hinkle coming home 10th. Hey Harley, this is Doug. You got me?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Hey, I have to ask, what did you need to do something with AJ? Did you have anything for him tonight?
I think I might have, but that last restart, I drove it into each corner way too hard, and it gave Parker a little bit of room to come up in there, and that slowed me down a little bit. I think we might have been able to get to his bumper and might move him, but I didn't really want to do that. But we might have.
Well, it's not really moving him, it's rattling his cage, right?
Yeah, unless I put him in the wall, then that's moving him.
Well, you still continue to extend your points lead coming into tonight with 53-point lead, and I'm sure that's going to be a little bit bigger by the time the night is out. So congratulations on another great run tonight.
Yeah, man, very exciting. Thanks. Appreciate you.
And AJ Godsey, you have any rear tires left on that car after that burnout?
There can't be much left. I only took right sides on that last stop, so I'm sure my left rear is pretty bad.
Well, congratulations. I know that had to have been a special win tonight, but you were just the car to beat all night. You led every green flag lap tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it was on a rail. I was pretty confident all race. The restarts worried me. The pit stops worried me. That's why I took 2 on that last stop. I just didn't want to lose the track position.
Well, it definitely paid off tonight. That was an epic run. I don't think anybody had anything for you all night long. You just always pulled away immediately on the restart. And once you got a half a second or more ahead, nobody could stop you.
Yeah, like I said, I got my grandpa's name on the car tonight, so that means a lot to me. So I was definitely racing with a little extra motivation. I wanted to make sure I did justice.
Well, I would say you definitely did. I'm sure your family is proud tonight, buddy. Congratulations on this one.
Thanks, Dougie.
All right. Shout out to AJ Godsey. Shout out to everybody in the field running the military appreciation paint schemes, as well as Greg McDaniel running the Back the Blue scheme, and everybody else out there being so supportive tonight. As AJ continues the celebration, that is where we will leave you tonight. Tomorrow night we have the night off, but be back Tuesday night for the Friendly Unwind Night League events and more to come this week as always. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you to all who have served. Thank you to all of our vets. And thank you to everybody who is their family, friends, and help support them. We appreciate each and every one of you. Hope you guys had as much fun as we did tonight. Y'all have a great night.